Hello and welcome back down to Trafalgar Beach, except we're at the alternative entrance, the more residential entrance. So let's go down there. I love coming out down as you walk around the corner there and you see that beautiful ocean framed by the bush up there. It looks awesome. Then if you're a bit further, excuse the bumpy, if you go a bit further, you get a good glimpse right through over there. That's also very nice. That's a very nice photo, by the way. And that. Very nice, eh? Well, anyway, let's go further. And then as you round the corner to come walk onto the beach, you get that view. Beautiful, huh? Except for bumpy. But it's beautiful. Oh yeah. It's not the coldest of winter days today, and there are quite a few people on the beach. But as usual, the beach looks as lovely as ever. Let's take a walk down and show you the main section. I'm busy walking down on the edge of the water here, and the water is actually quite warm, but it's very nice. There are some people playing out in the water up there with boards. Then there's a person sitting up there, and there's a couple of fishermen behind me. Quite an active day today. Very cool. On the way down to the favorite spot, the old Trafalgar tidal pool. It looks so good. Yeah, a quick one as I'm walking down to the pool. Over here. How cool is this? I love these little pools. Often here you can see quite a few fish in the water. And this doesn't look like there's any in this one. But there's often little small baby fish in the water. Very, very cool. Lovely. Another thing I love about coming down here at low tide is you can see all of these rocks exposed. You can see all the shallow water over here and the rocks. And even the construction, there's an old, looks like a piece of concrete over there somewhere down in the front over there. Obviously from when those were still getting built up. It's quite cool. See what I mean here about the old concrete? This obviously got broken off and washed off of the main pool. And now there's just this big block that's been here for how many decades, we don't know. Awesome. Okay, now this is how the water changes, how the beach changes. Last time when I was down there in the previous video, I was standing right there and it was all covered in sand. Currently all of this is being washed away and it's all just rock. This was all covered in sand. Go check the other video to see. But all of this was sand. And now it's all been washed clear on the rocks. That is so cool. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm out here in front of the Trafalgar tidal pool. Standing here by the pool. And the water is quite nice and quite high for a change. The rocks have all been washed clear of all the sand that was here. There's still some sand I'm standing on. but it's mainly been washed clear of all the sand that used to have there. But I'm looking out over there are some nice waves down there. Quite large waves. Check that one. Oh, let me zoom in a bit. This is some gnarly waves, man. Wait for the next one. The cool thing is, I hurt my leg, and I know that the water helps the wound. Look at that wave over there, it's very nice. Here comes quite large. Holding their brakes. Nice, the tide is coming in, so the wave is getting higher. I better get up out of the water, out of the way. And here I am now out where all the fishermen usually stand. I'm way far out. I mean, that's where I normally stand, and I'm all the way out on the flats over here. Very cool. Very nice. See, the fishermen usually stand there and cast out, because then the lines don't get caught in the rocks. Because the end of the rocks are over there. But it's very nice out here. Usually underwater in high tide, which is on its way in. It's actually very nice out here today. Not too cold, it's fresh, but not too cold. The water is fairly warm. Yeah. Okay, yes, I made it back onto the sandy part. That was only mildly painful, mildly sore on my feet. Not to sound too much like a wussy, but yeah. There goes a little birdie running over there. A little birdie. Zoom in on it. I like those birds, those are cool birds. They run everywhere. It's quite nice. There's a seagull over there. Yeah. I'm gonna take a walk further down that way and see. Here I'm walking down on the other side of the Trafalgar Beach. Very nice and flat and open. There are more rocks on this side. There's all these rocks running all the way along here. All the way. So you can't really swim this side. Maybe splash but in the water, in the shore edge, but not really swim in it. That's why the main beach is back behind me. But it's still very nice to come this way. And yes, look at that stunning view. Isn't that just beautiful? That is Trafalgar on the left of here, Trafalgar over here. Then you got Salamere and South Broome down there. And further up though is all the way to Ramsgate. Way down that side, kilometers away. Very nice. You know, it is so nice just to come stand out here by yourself at the water's edge and just reflect on things, on how life is going at the moment. Always very nice. It's like meditative, very tranquil, very cool. I just want to point out, I walked around the front of the tide pool from that side there, around the front. And normally there's sand over there that you can walk over, but obviously from the recent rains or harsh weather or something, it's all washed away quite a bit. That's like really washed by water. Similar to I walked out in front, and as I stepped in, my foot disappeared into the water. It's gone. So I had to just take a step back, come up, walk over here, then I spoke to you from out of there. Yeah, it's very cool to inspect the beach. So yeah, I've come down to the middle of the old Trafalgar pool. And I gotta just say, it's very, very cool just to sit there. Just to stay and just reflect and think. I'm gonna go take a seat there. And now we're seated, just taking that beautiful view. Just taking that beautiful view. Tranquil, peaceful, lovely. I'm lost for words. I mean, it's beautiful. Isn't pictures, and isn't that just a lovely composition? I mean, that is so cool. Just a random thought. Yeah, we're leaving the beach and we visited by 2 storks. I can't remember what storks they are, but yeah. Very, very nice to see the wildlife in the area. Very cool. So let me leave you with a wonderful another day down at Trafalgar Beach.